and welcome to the Belfry. My name is Chris Ryan. This is the PJ National Golf Course. We're talking about the driver and we're going to hopefully give you some things that you can do on the golf course when you need to get one of those drives out there, maybe 10 or 15 yards longer. Maybe it's a long par 5, maybe a 1 down in match play. Whatever the situation may be, we're going to give you some things which you can do to add some distance to those tee shots. Just before we get started, in the corner of the screen you will have the details on my social media accounts. So if you don't already, then please go ahead and follow me on those. Driver, such an important golf club for every single golfer that plays this game. If we can hit the ball straight and long, we are in a much better position to take advantage of those, get closer to the flags and ultimately lower those scores. So we're talking in this video about what you can do if you need to hit that ball, maybe that 10-15 yards further. Maybe it's a par 5 where you feel you can probably just about get to the green if you add another 10 or 15 yards. You may well be in a match play situation, you're a couple down, you need to push a little bit more. There are some things that we can do. Now, what we're not going to do is get you to just swing quicker. If we swing quicker, that would suggest that the ball's going to go further. But it brings in some other things into play. It brings in a missed strike. It brings in a shot which can go a little bit more offline. What we're going to try and do is make some setup changes. This is generally a little bit easier to do because it's static. I can stand here and I can adjust myself and I can take maybe a little bit more time making sure that I'm doing some different things. Once we've made those slight setup changes, we can make what feels like our normal golf swing and we should be able to get some more distance. So there's a few things we're going to do. The first thing I want you to do is tee the ball up a little bit higher than you would normally. Not loads, but maybe a quarter of a ball higher than what you normally would do. What we're really going to try and do in this little video is going to get you to hit a lot more up on the ball. Statistics tell us from TrackMan, FlightScope, that kind of thing, if we can hit up on the driver, we're going to achieve more distance. Many of you will hit down on the golf ball. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to mean you can't hit fairways, but it means you're not going to achieve the greatest distance that you could. The changes we're going to do in setup in this video are going to get you to hit up on the ball and hopefully going to get you a bit more distance. So as I say, first thing is to get that ball teed up a little bit higher. Next thing is to take your stance and make it slightly wider. Now, as I make my stance slightly wider, what that's going to do is going to take the middle of me more back behind the golf ball. So you're starting to see where we're going here. We're moving the ball effectively more forward relative to me. So I've now got my wider stance. I've got my ball teed up. I'm going to add some bend to my right, which again sets me a lot more behind the golf ball. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slightly twist my shoulders so they're slightly closed to my target. Now, we're not really going to go into too much detail why we're doing that, but effectively the changes that we make are going to get you to hopefully hit a lot more up on the golf ball. Because we're hitting up on the golf ball, there's a good chance that the club will be travelling to the left of your target. So by just closing the shoulders at setup, we can sort of offset that a little bit and we can hopefully keep that ball going nice and straight. So you've got ball teed up higher, you've got stance wider, you've got tip to your right, close those shoulders, and you're really hopefully going to feel from here as you're way back behind the ball. But this is a great place to feel like you launch that golf ball into the air. If we can do that, we should be able to get a more positive attack angle. We'll hit up on it maybe by 4, 5, 6 degrees, and that's really going to help you achieve some greater distance. Right, let me have a go. This is the 4th hole. There is some water to carry, so certainly a little bit more distance on this drive would not go amiss. So wider stance, tip myself to the right, close those shoulders. I'm going to see if I can launch this into the air. Okay, really high ball flight. So got that pretty high in the club face, but it's gone pretty high and just missed the fairway, I think, but it's a long way down there. And if we can get it a long way down there, even if we just miss the fairway, we're going to have a shorter iron in, we can take advantage of that. So some things that you can do at setup if you need an extra 10 yards on that all-important drive. Changing things at setup doesn't mean you have to change your swing, which is beneficial. However, your swing may feel a little bit different because you're starting from some slightly different positions. So make sure you practice it at the range first before taking it to the golf course, but I think you'll hit it a little bit further, and hopefully that's going to help you make that birdie or get that hole back that you are needing. Thank you for watching. All the usual stuff down below, comments box, like button, link to subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. Love to have you subscribe to my channel. Love to be able to help you play some better golf and hopefully help you enjoy the game a little bit more. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you back here again soon.